Okay, so first question today is why do guys quit playing poker, or why do they keep jumping around different games?
I think guys generally jump around in different games. You really look at when guys come to apply to us, they're like, you can see that they're always moving around, and they kind of give up very quickly, and that can just be a case that you don't really understand the variance. When guys come to me sometimes about 180s, they drop 200 buy-ins, and they think it's like the end of the world, because it's like, well, I'm like, no, like $250, $300 buy-ins is pretty standard, but it's understanding that. And if we hadn't been told that we had a guy recently that was getting worried about this stuff, and if he hadn't have been in our Skype group, or spoken to someone who's more experienced, he would have quit and then moved to another game, maybe playing 18-man or single table goes, or whatever it is, spins. So you need to be aware of, like, educating with yourself with variance and understanding what's normal and what isn't. And especially when you're learning this world, you probably are going to swing more than the standard downswing, because you've obviously got mistakes in your game. So you need, and obviously when you are preparing your bankroll and looking at your bankroll, you're going to have to sort of say, look, I might have to have a little bit more than is required normally, because I've got to take into consideration I'm learning the game, and swings might be bigger until I get the game down and sort out the leaks.
Okay. And the next question is a bit more of a fun one. Do you think that girls getting into poker actually have a slight advantage? Because I think we remember, from playing live back in London, we can remember some times where, say perhaps a girl who's a pretty girl, like a decent looking girl, she has no shortage of mentors and stuff like that coming forward to help her. So
from the experience that I've seen from the girls at either girls or we've stayed a couple of girls. Those girls will always they will never have a problem finding a coach. Like guys, obviously you can go to, you're going to go to a guy and he's going to charge you, he's going to give you his rate, and he's going to tell you, blah, blah, blah. A girl doesn't have to worry about the rates. She won't have to worry about paying the guy, especially if she knows the guy in person. So that's always going to be one hell of an advantage. I would tell you a story about a girl that I knew, and she was a losing player, yet she was having famous poker players hitting her up, offering her coaching. And it makes you wonder, sort of like, okay, she's a pretty girl, she's a losing poker player, yet she's still getting amazing offers. How many guys out there are getting that offer? Probably very, very slim. And this is going back a long time now. Let's say 2008, I reckon, 2008, 2009. We went to a place called the Gut Shop, and there was she's now considered a famous poker player, and she was there, and she was this was a 20 pounder on a Saturday, 100 runners, and 2 girls walked in, and every guy obviously stopped and looked at these 2 girls walking in, and they were pretty girls, and every guy in the room knew about them. And these girls were not particularly gifted, they weren't particularly good at the time.
One of them's pretty good now, though, right?
Yeah.
We don't mention the name, but
no,
like...
I can't. I won't mention the name yet. Yeah. I don't want all the shit just yet. But let's just say she's gone on to be very successful.
Yeah.
And she's had the opportunities there, and those opportunities and doors will always be open. I don't want to sound like bitter or whatever, but it's the real world. It's just the way it is. But yeah.
So I mean, if the girl is pretty and she's looking to get into poker, then basically take advantage of that.
Yeah,
right?
I don't even. I don't even think she would have to be particularly attractive for a girl. I don't even think. I think there's some average looking girls out there who have been proposed personal coaching.
Yeah.
And it's just
in exchange for services. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll stop it there, shall we? Before we say something.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Well, remember to like and subscribe, guys. See you again soon.